Welcome. Okay, this video is going to be about the takeover with SJW and feminism, which is taking over loads of things, and one of them is the movie industry. And we've all seen it. Don't think of anything themselves, but they just take a movie that was successful and just rewrite it and just put a female in where there was a male. Whether it fits the story or not doesn't make any difference. That's what they do. It's been going on for quite a few years. Maybe people didn't notice this, but I have noticed it in movies quite some time ago. But they weren't so quite heavy-handed, right? See, the trouble is they did it too heavy-handed in the Ghostbusters. And so they backed off a bit, and they just kept on putting more and more in movies to see what people would accept. I mean, you're saying, oh, well, it hasn't been going on that long. Yeah. Let's take a look at Mad Max. We all know Mad Max. Great film. And then Mad Max Fury Road. And people are going, oh yeah, it's a great film, good film, look at the action scenes, beautiful scenery, yeah, loads of explosions, yeah. Yeah, but what do they turn Mad Max into? Is that really Mad Max? Is that who he was? Had to be protected by a woman? The woman was the most strongest person there? Was that Mad Max? No, it wasn't Mad Max. So it was going on back then. And they're putting more and more into movies. And then this Captain Marvel, and this blatantly a feminist movie, and apparently the box office is supposed to be pretty good for it for the last couple of days it's been out. Now, whether you can believe that or not, I don't know, because you can't believe anything about it anymore, because they've so underhandedly done loads of different things. I can't even believe that. But let's assume it's doing rather well at the box office. So it can't be all females going to see this feminist movie. It must be males as well to put those numbers up, if that's the true numbers. And that means that there's loads of simps out there, obviously, who are going to pay money to see a propaganda movie that's pushing a narrative of hate against them, the male. And they're paying for it. So if people are so stupid and dumb to do that, I have no time for them. And they deserve it. Because they're going to get more and more and more of this if they don't vote with their wallets or purses. And a lot of people may have gone to this movie because they think, oh, well, there must be something into it because I want to watch Endgame and there might be something in it. No, there was nothing in it that you had to see. What they're banking on, I think, is this. The MCU, I think it is oh, it's the future is female, just like they did with Star Wars. So if it does well, this Captain Marvel, they're going to definitely make her a bigger character in the Endgame, and she is going to be the most powerful one there, you know, the empowered woman and everything else. Hollywood and the film industry is basically dead. There's no creativity or talent coming out of Hollywood or any films, very, very rarely. They're copy and pasting everything and then just changing into a feminist narrative. It's not going to get any better. Like, I remember films used to be really good. Not all good, but, you know, pretty good. I mean, I remember one of the films I liked a lot was True Lies. Anybody remember that film? That was a hell of a good film. It had action, it had comedy, it had everything in it. It was very, very well done. And it had a woman in it and everything else. So, of course, now they would probably make that again, but they'd switch it round, right? Because that's all they can do. Terminator, great film. The next film they're making now, I believe, is going to be all females, all of them. They're all going to be females now. You see, they cannot think of something new, just copy and paste and stick females in instead of males. I haven't gone to the cinema for probably 7 to 8 years, I would think. But SJWs and feminism doesn't stop there. Entwined itself into the video gaming industry. And it's changing males to females. It's even putting females in a war. If you look at history, they were never there anyway. But they're forcing them in there anyway. And it's getting more and more. So the gaming industry, for me, is dead. Film industry, for me, is dead. So I'm gone. Bye. Bye! Actually, I'm still here because there are other things. In history, there was a movement that burnt books and tried to rewrite history as well. The thing is that movies nowadays and video games are really our books, if you think about it. A lot of young people don't read books like we used to read books years ago. They watch films. They play video games. So these are their books. and they're trying to basically burn their books and rewrite the history of the films and the games and everything. If you look in history, there was other movements that tried that as well. And what did they call them? All right, anyway, so I don't know if anybody else feels the same way, and noticed that the film industry and the movie industry has been going this way for many years, not just a couple. And they finally maybe have crossed the barrier now where they feel safe. Bet your bottom dollar the next movies that come out will be more and more of the same. And if you people out there want to pay for it, go ahead. But I'm not. Take it easy.
I am not a number. I am a free man.